I'm the Big Shot Critic. Today, it's the most influential movie in history. Should be easy. Star Wars was written and directed by George Lucas. It stars Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Peter Cushing, and Alec Guiness. And I thought reviewing Casablanca was hard. Star Wars is about Luke Skywalker and his experience going from local yokel farm boy to rebel hero in the fight against the evil Galactic Empire. Along the way, he meets many colorful friends, including Han Solo and Princess Leia. I'm going to go straight to the heart of the matter here and try to work my way out from there. A guy named Joseph Campbell wrote a book in 1949 called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. The gist of it is that all world myths follow a similar narrative structure, referred to as the hero's journey. George Lucas very deliberately took this narrative structure and applied it to a sort of space opera format inspired by Flash Gordon and stuff like that he watched as a kid. And the result is Star Wars. And what a result it is. There are movies that work as both popcorn movies and thoughtful experiences. There are movies that entertain kids and adults alike. Star Wars is all of the above. I think it's the most versatile movie ever. It works for almost any viewing experience. This is because of George's maniacal devotion to paring down each story element and character to its most universal form. Every story element, especially the characters, is an archetype. And yet from there, every story element and character are well developed and interesting. I don't know for sure how George did that, but I have a guess. If you introduce the story element or character as an obvious archetype and develop it from there, but never stray from that archetype, you can get a story like this. Now that's easier said than done, and it takes a lot of skill, but there it is. Take Han Solo, for example. From his first scene, you know he's the charming rogue. And throughout the whole trilogy, he never varies from that description. He's always the charming rogue. Yet his character does become well developed and very interesting. The same goes for the wise old wizard and the spirited princess. From there, George did what every filmmaker tries to do, which is try to entertain. He's often said that this is a kid's movie, and it really shows. Star Wars is so fun and adventurous and exciting and colorful. So many filmmakers have tried to copy this magic that George landed on and failed. I think it's the earnestness of Star Wars that separates it from the others. One critical part of the hero's journey is cut and dry good versus evil. Now, George nosedives into this worldview, while his copycats mostly think this is asinine. It's sort of a highbrow addiction, if you will, to explore a character's dark side. And Star Wars refuses. This is why George wisely put his hero's journey into a kid's movie. Is it a coincidence that the only movie that makes me feel the same way Star Wars does is Marvel's The Avengers? Most of the criticisms aimed at that movie talk about its simplicity and its kid-friendly veneer. Sound familiar? And with that, I feel I have covered the heart of the matter. I was going to go on and review more, but honestly, it hurt my brain to come up with this much that I could honestly say adds to the conversation about Star Wars while giving my own review. So I'm going to go ahead and give my rating instead. I give Star Wars the coveted 10 out of 10 commandments. Maybe coveted, not right. That's one of the real ones, says not to. Anyway, it kept the fifth one. Thou shalt not cut corners. As I will be reviewing many Star Wars and Star Trek films on this channel, I am very pleased to announce a mini-feature called Gene vs. George. After each rating of a movie from these franchises, I will do some averages and we'll keep a running tally. In this way, we'll have some head-to-head action. With the rating of Star Wars, George gets a healthy start with 10, while Gene has not yet placed. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you know when my Jumanji review arrives. The 1995 version.